It's the number one reason why I wanted to do this film. Really impossible to find a comparison to it. It just feels like a good roller coaster ride you haven't really seen before. Absolutely. It's the number one reason why I wanted to do this film is because it's really impossible to find a comparison to it, really. I get excited when someone takes a big swing and wants to deliver something original and feel like something you've never seen before, even if it challenges the normal conventions about how you make a movie or what it's supposed to be like. Or if you're doing a comedy, it can't be a drama, or if you're doing an action movie, it can't be have emotional depth to it. And I think this movie does an amazing job at kind of weaving all of those things into one enjoyable package. Because it used to be like if you're going to have a sort of emotional heart to the movie, then maybe that's going to mute the comedy a bit, or it's going to take the edge off of the action. But Ben David Graminsky, our director and the guy who wrote the script, was like, forget everything we ever learned about movies. I'm going to make exactly what I dreamed one night, whether it makes sense or not, or follows any sort of form of logic, and it's going to be a party and we're going to have a great time. Yet he still manages to, it's not like a fever dream. I mean, part of it feels like that, but there still is structure to it, and it still works in a sort of three-act structure. And so, but it's wild that I love his courage and his boldness to kind of take all these things and go, why not? Why can't we roll two Vince Vaughns into a time-traveling mobster action movie with needle drops and a surprising emotional heart to the film? I think it really feels original, and nowadays it's just hard to find people taking those chances and those risks. It was great. It was just seeing Vince play two different characters. I mean, the same guy, but one is has a little more wisdom about what happens, and he comes back to the present day to sort of right his wrongs. And the current Nick is, a little more resistant and stubborn and angry. But Vince has this incredible ability to bring humor to even the most dire circumstances. And so it was great to kind of watch him do his thing, how he separated the characters and what he brought to each one, and always left a gigantic space for my presence and Eiza's presence there and everybody else. And, he understands that rule of improv, which is, hey, I'm only as good as the person I'm doing it with. And his generosity and setting me up for jokes and, constantly thinking of funnier ways to do things. It was a great process. And I've always admired his work and his career. And I mean, Swingers hit the scene and everybody wanted to be him and talk like him. And so now we get to share the screen together. It was a great process, and I'm just very proud of it. It just feels like a good roller coaster ride that you haven't really seen before. And it's just rare these days.